Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play R-Type Tactics 2 Operation Bitter Chocolate. Off screen, I went ahead and farmed a bit of selenium, so that hopefully we can now afford to build a shooting star. And it's not grayed out, so we can indeed. Costs 110 selenium and we have 180. Alright, now we have more fighter squadrons than we have pilots, so we're going to have to take somebody off one of our existing fighters. Let's just go ahead and take Hopper Squad, I guess. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, nice. Now, it might be useful for us to have a second craft, but I don't think we can afford one. No, the only thing we could do... We could make another Delta, since those are very cheap. All you have to do is upgrade, or sacrifice an existing unit for the upgrade, and then the actual resources it costs are very little. Now the question is it strictly better than the Arrowhead, or is it really just that it has a different wave cannon? Yeah, it's got the split wave, its tracer missile is power 25. Same as the Arrowhead. Where does it say how many hit points they have? Radar 2, speed 3, evade 35. It looks like they're basically the same, just with a different wave cannon. In which case, I don't really feel the need to make another one at the moment. Alright, that's enough messing about. Let's go ahead and dive into the next mission, which is going to teach us about R-Type Tactics base building. Boot the base system. 40 turn time limit, which tells you it's going to be a longer one. Guard base construction system Shiva at the same time an enemy warship approaches. We have slightly different victory and defeat conditions this time. Victory is annihilate the enemy base, occupy map point. I'm actually not sure if that's an and or an or condition. Defeat is if our base is annihilated or our flagship is destroyed, and that one I'm pretty sure is an or condition, not an and. We seem to have very little starting space, but as we'll see, that's misleading. We need occupier units, we need construction units. Cannot use land or marine. There's a lot of selenium mines scattered about, and a lot of occupiable points. So this could be a chance to farm, potentially. While en route to Mars, we are to escort the top-notch base construction system Shiva that is being test-trialed. Shiva is a system that can build simple facility blocks fairly quickly by recovering materials from the battlefield. From the core unit, more blocks can perpetually be added by connecting them to each other. Huge fortresses can be built by joining docking blocks for repairs, with radar modules for wide searches, or with offensive missile and laser modules. Base extenders can also be added. So basically we're getting a tutorial via the journal here. However, just before the test, an approaching Grand Zella Rebellion fleet was confirmed, yet our fleet is only an escort. Worse yet, Shiva is split in several core blocks to build at a further place, so the enemy forces could have taken a part of Shiva. It is a great military secret, but we have no choice but to use the base construction system. Note that for Shiva, construction units like support units are essential. We shouldn't forget to deploy them. Alright, and that is why we have a craft. We will deploy our Jormungandr. Excuse me. We'll deploy our Delta, our shooting star, one of our forces here. Alright, now we can put, I think, 2 units inside our transport. We'll... Actually, I'm not going to put the craft in there. So one of the secrets here in this mission is we can actually store a bunch of units in the facility, which means that we have a lot more starting space than it appears, which is something I did not realize the first time I tried this mission a couple of years ago, so I was under the mistaken impression that I had an incredibly limited amount of forces that I could deploy for this. We'll put our AWACS in there as well. And do I also want my POW armor in there? Maybe. How much stuff can I carry? 5. Huge amount. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put the POW armor in there. And an arrowhead squadron. And maybe our force. I think with that will be full, yeah. And now I think we have space to deploy one more thing because we have one more free slot in the hangar on our mothership. And with that we can deploy everything. Beautiful. It is really key to realize you can put stuff in the base module, otherwise you're just working with really limited forces in this mission. So Lieutenant Atterberg is very businesslike. I mean, all of our adjutants are. It's not like any of them fool around. But Lieutenant Atterberg is very serious business. Which just makes the ponytail seem all the more out of place. Let's go ahead and deploy our craft. Oh, did I set that to full screen? Let me set it back to window. For the travel and other sort of support animations, I do like having them in a window. Alright, now salvage is an odd word for mining. Also, this is a bug. I think it kind of makes it look like, because the plus 50 is next to Ethereum, that we're mining Ethereum, but we are mining Selenium here. But I don't know, maybe that's not a visual bug, because it does say Hall 50. So, anyway, it's a little confusing to read, but we are mining 50 Selenium here, because that is a Selenium mine. Yeah, we are now carrying 50. It would be great if we could have deployed a second craft, because we could build a mine more efficiently. Oh yeah, let's not forget to go into the options, and yeah, instead of random full, random window, that's better. Let's get our scout moving ahead. No enemies detected yet. And what we're going to want to do is extend our base to the upper right and add weapon modules and maybe radar modules here and there for good vision. Move our arrowheads forward and attach them to this force unit. I didn't exactly put a lot of combat units in the base. Hopefully that won't come back to bite me. Actually, you go ahead and make a decoy first of all. We obviously have... Okay, I can't make a decoy yet. Maybe next turn. I guess you can't fly out of a hangar and make a decoy in the same turn, perhaps. Now, do I want to attach the force to the Delta or the shooting star? Let's do the Delta. Also, I guess this confirms I was right, that this is chronologically after R-Type Delta, considering we make Delta fighters. Would certainly seem to suggest such. I am going to move a pretty fair portion of my fleet upward because we're going to encounter an enemy fleet in that direction. We're going to want to carve a swath through them. Don't know if I'll get any use out of the decoy or not, but we'll give it a shot. And then, as usual, we'll want to keep our transport not too far from the front so that things can retreat for repairs. Alright, and here's our many base extenders centered around the core unit, which is now empty. We have deployed everything from it. Alright, that's our first turn. Your move, Granzella. Now, if possible, I'd really like to just kind of farm a lot of resources and not have to spend them all building my base, but we'll see how that goes. Plus 30, huh? And then we'll have 80 total, I guess. Yeah, and there's none left in there. Okay, we have exhausted that mine. Let's move our AWACS up to here. No sign of the enemy yet. Because of all the debris, a lot of our units are going to move very slow. Not really anything we can do about that. I may want my POW armor near at hand to do a lot of refueling, because we're going to be using a lot of it up flying through all this debris. Man, the transport is slow. I doubt we'll ever even get the decoy to where it can help, but let's try. I think that's everybody again. Yep. Go ahead and move here and do some mining on this one, which has another 30 left. So it seems 80 in each mining point is fairly common. Oh, that one has 160. Never mind then. Still no sign of the enemy yet, but I know they're out there. I do like my shiny new deltas and shooting stars. Should you disguise? Why not? The enemy may attack from the upper right as well, so I kind of feel like I don't want to move this guy too far out of position. Or get him too far away from the rest of my fleet, where he could be easily picked off by himself, so let's just keep him there for now. Very quiet turn so far. The craft's little arms, they never stop moving. Very fidgety little guy. I should probably start building stuff with it on the next turn. Some extenders and stuff. All of our wave cannons are going to be charged, but that will be true for the... Okay, no, not all of them. The Delta's wave cannon charges slower. That's quite interesting. Actually, so does the shooting stars, so the Arrowhead has a faster charging wave cannon. Fascinating. Charging the wave cannon quickly is a great benefit to have, so... Oh, we appear to have charged right into the first of the enemy fleet. I remembered this, they have a bunch of Nidhoggers. That is not the only one we're going to encounter. They got a whole flotilla of the things up there. So let's move in our fighter squadrons to go start attacking the enemy up there. $32, $35, $33. Nobody's critically low on fuel or anything. Go ahead and make a decoy. I think that the decoy POW armor should be able to keep pace and, if nothing else, at least attract fire and possibly detonate in a destroyer's face or something. Donk. Oh, there's an enemy POW armor as well. It could be a decoy, so we want to be careful of that, in case it tries to blow up in our face. The transports are really going to have trouble keeping up, or rather the transport and its decoy. Alright, I hope that it doesn't one-shot my recon squadron. Okay, it only destroyed one, not a big deal. I'm sure the pilot who just exploded feels differently. Okay, that thing is really in my grill and being aggressive, so I kind of feel like it's almost certainly a decoy. I'll stay away from it then. Can't attack it with anything from there. Oh, too bad. That's just... Okay, that's my Delta. So it's got a short range but spread wave cannon. Shooting Star has the really long range wave cannon. Yeah, quite far. 6 hexes. So that'll be great for picking off the destroyers from a distance. You can start backing off, although not too fast. I do want it to continue giving me vision, and it's not in dire peril right now. But I'm probably going to want to repair it at some point. I don't know if the transport and its decoy are ever going to join the fight. They're so slow. Okay, now I have to remember how to build stuff. Construct. And just an extender to start with. Only needs 5 selenium, it looks like. We can also make docking blocks, which can repair and resupply units. The radar block, which just has a wide sight radius. And then missile and laser guns, which are pretty self-explanatory. The missile has a giant short-range dead zone, and the laser is only has a dead zone at point blank. I don't think you can skip that little animation. It's not super long or anything. But it would be nice if it were skippable. I don't think it is. Though I could be misremembering. Go ahead and resupply that squadron in the back. Okay, they didn't do anything this turn. I think we've got a whole bunch of decoy POW armors coming at us. Oh, I lost sight of their destroyer. Interesting. Did it retreat or what? Well, let's move our AWACS cautiously forward a bit. See if we can tease it out again. There it is. Isn't that a little farther away than before? Is it retreating? I think it might be retreating. Should I redirect one of these to destroy what are probably decoy POW armors? The easier thing would be to just hit it with a wave cannon, but mobility is just really impeded here. But maybe I should try to wave cannon it with arrowhead. See if I can get into position with all the cumbersome movement. That's the most annoying thing about this map, is it's so hard to move anywhere. We'll start softening it up. Now that I think we can liberate, and I think the only two units we have that can actually liberate are the POW armor and the craft. I believe that's the case, because it says occupier there on the right. I don't know if I can highlight that to explain it, but I think that means that you can occupy/liberate certain spaces. Let's build another base extender. And start moving our squadrons up to where they can hopefully hit the enemy destroyer with their wave cannons. Like I said, that's just going to be the first of several destroyers. They have a whole flotilla up there. And I think that's everybody again. No, I haven't moved my transports. Now I think that's everybody. Okay, the destroyer is once again aggressively going for my AWACS. I'll have it try to dodge. Alright, we'll pull it back again. Can I get anybody to where they can shoot that destroyer yet? This guy can hit it. He's the only... He might not be the only one, actually. Because the destroyers have an odd shape where they hang down a bit. Yeah, so... that being the case, and because the shooting star has such long range, it should be able to hit the destroyer with its wave cannon from there. Oh, that was huge damage, too. Nice. You are now damaged enough. I want to be a little more aggressive about retreating and repairing you. It feels odd to describe retreat as aggressive, but I don't know how else to describe a full retreat. Full maximum speed retreat. One destroyer down. I think there's like at least 2 more to go, if I remember correctly. There's, aha, we can get at them. Well, yeah, and I'll retreat this guy to here and start constructing another base extender. And now I should be able to get this fighter down here to wave cannon. No, I cannot end my... Oops! That was frustrating. Apparently I can't end my turn on a base extender. I guess that makes sense. But I feel like the UI messed me up a little bit there. Unfortunate. But yeah, these things are a pain because I just really want to hit them with a wave cannon, but they refuse to get into a position where I can do that. Oh well. I'll start moving this guy to where we can occupy this this enemy base here. And I'll continue moving my own decoy forward to see if I can park it next to a destroyer and generally be annoying. Honestly, if these guys want to hang out down here and, I don't know. Oh, crap. What if they go for my core? That... Okay, no. We can't leave them alone. Because if they go for my core, it could be game over. I almost forgot about that detail. Now I think I've moved everybody. Well, there's the next destroyer, which conveniently parked itself right next to my decoy. Thank you for that. Interesting decisions being made by the enemy here. I wonder if that's a real POW armor, and it's trying to beeline for my facility to capture it, or something like that. Could be. Regardless, I'm going to sacrifice a base extender for this, maybe. But I'm going to wave cannon that POW armor right there, which is almost certainly a decoy. The base extenders are cheap, so if I blow it up, it won't matter. It'll be easy to replace. We did not quite one-shot it. Unfortunate. We did not destroy the base extenders, so that's good. If I move there, can I shoot you? Yes, with the search laser. This should finish it off. And the other one, which might be real, or it might not, I'm not sure. But either way, it's at like, what, 11 hit points, so I should be able to finish it off with my other fighter squadron. 29, okay, that's substantially more than 11, but still, I should be able to finish it. And we found a spoils, that's good. Who knows how many of them might be scattered around this map. It's a big map. Let's detonate this decoy in this destroyer's face, that'll be fun. And do we have any more wave cannons ready? Probably not, because we just fired these. Where do I have to move to be able to hit you? I guess that'll do. Let's try the anti-air laser. You're a big target, so... Oh, that didn't go great. Guess that's not in range. Contact missile. Oh, that doesn't have tracers. I would think a direct hit to the bridge like that would pretty much take it out. It doesn't look like it's that heavily reinforced. It's also a pet peeve of mine how so many science fiction stories depict spaceships with their bridges sticking up out of the hull like marine naval vessels. On a marine naval vessel, it makes some level of sense. But on a spaceship, it really makes no sense whatsoever. I would think that you would have like advanced cameras and other sensors that you could use, so it's not like you need your bridge sticking out on top of your ship to see well. And it's awfully vulnerable up there. So it kind of seems like it would make a lot more sense to put your bridge somewhere inside your ship where it's better protected. But, well, that's very nitpicky, I suppose. So we'll let that go. I cannot construct. Oh, wait, yes I can. Why on earth did I think I couldn't? It wasn't grayed out or anything. Sometimes I just derp out. We all know this. We're all used to it. And finally we have my real POW armor. I do fear for my lead squadron there a bit. They might be about to get pummeled pretty badly by that destroyer. Yeah, my Deltas. My beautiful new Delta squadron. Well, let's find out. Okay, that was indeed a decoy. It just detonated on my base extenders, accomplishing essentially nothing, so that's fine. Okay, they are going for my Deltas. I guess respond with reflex laser, shoot down what you can, which is nothing. Okay, we were counterattacking, not shooting down the missiles. Oh, like I said, it's a big fleet. This may be the end of the Delta Squadron. Nope, one survived. If I can get them back to my transport, we can get them repaired. Retreat, Deltas, retreat! Detach from the force. Let it fight independently. I doubt this single Delta is going to get much done with its tracer missiles. I stand corrected. Well, I mean, it did 5 damage. Not exactly a lot, but it did something. Maybe my Shooting Star Squadron can finish the job. Sure enough. Now let's get the force in there, see if we can force ram this destroyer. We'll take a lot of damage doing it, but we should also inflict a lot. Yeah, 50 damage with one hit is pretty good. Okay, but we took enormous damage. And the destroyer is too big to push back. At least I don't think we pushed it back. But yeah, I may lose that force. That was a huge amount of damage. Slowly but surely, our transports continue their journey upward. Let's redeploy our AWACS now that they're repaired. you might as well pick up this spoils. We don't want to leave it. Attack. Attack what? Oh, that? I'd rather occupy it. I think we can occupy it. We got war-based data. Excellent. Tell you what. Craft. As you make your way forward, you can continue building base extenders, but I'm going to see if I can have it occupy that facility there. Part of me feels like I should leave behind a guard in case the enemy goes for my core unit. So maybe this squadron. They can stay behind as the guards. Hopefully it won't be too much of a problem that they're not participating in the fierce battle happening on the front line here with the enemy destroyer fleet. Alright, am I about to lose my force? Oh, it's not targeting my force, it's targeting my shooting stars. Which resets the charge, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a shame. It's slow lumbering path forward. I fear if I attack with my force that it's going to get destroyed, but let's try it. Maybe it will destroy the destroyer before the destroyer can counter. And it did! Beautiful. How ironic, the destroyer destroyed. And can we occupy or liberate? I can indeed. Well, it's going to take multiple turns. I don't know what we'll get for doing this, but we'll find out. My goodness, the craft is slow. Yet another base extender, I think. Then we can go start liberating that. Let's see what we can find over in this direction with our Midnight Eye. Oh, okay. We have found an enemy missile block. That's not ideal. Okay, it has long range but a giant dead zone, just like I said. I wish I could get to where I could fire my wave cannon at it. But I think we're inside its range where we're at. How far? The enemy craft shouldn't be able to move very far. Oh, it can get to there. Not that I fear its weapon in terms of it doing any damage to me, but it'll reset my charge, which will be annoying. I wonder if I should detach from my force. I feel like maybe I should. I think the force might be more useful as an independent unit in this particular circumstance. Oh, and now I can fire my wave cannon. Well, how about that? I think that my craft may be in range of its missile block, but its missile block might not be able to see it. Let's hope it can't. Maybe you should retreat into here just to refuel. Then you can pop back out again. Okay, the enemy destroyer fleet I think has been dealt with. I think they have 3. So I think that was the last one. But the destroyers are the only thing we've encountered, and I know they have more than that, so... we're just getting this party started, I think. Oh, there's an enemy Strider that I didn't see, apparently. Opening fire on my AWACS, well that's fine. Uh-oh. Now they're actually shooting at my fighter squadron. I'm glad I got my wave cannon off. Okay, they did no damage. Good. Alright, now we're running into some real opposition. I think liberating... oh, wow. Okay, and there's an enemy laser block. That's not good. We finally found some real opposition. We're gonna need to, I think, start building some of our own attack blocks. What kind do we want? I feel like this is all nicely in range of a missile block, so let's try that. And that cost us a fortune, so we're going to need to go mine if we want to build more stuff. It also can't attack on the same turn that you build it, which seems fair enough. Huh. They are working on building what? I'm not sure. But I feel like maybe I should destroy their craft. Let's force ram it. Good. Oh wow, the enemy has mechs. The Achilles. Bipedal CQB. It has a beam sword. Red and blue. And it can occupy. Well, here's where the core of the enemy resistance is then, in the center of the map. I do not like what they did to my arrowhead. I feel like maybe I should retreat it. I should still be in the dead zone of the missile block. The laser block, on the other hand... oh, that's not a laser block, that's an extender. Where'd their laser block go? I know they had one. How far can you move? To there. So let's move our transport to here so that we can dock the Delta. And let's also retreat our force and get it repaired as well, because it also got pretty wrecked. Our shooting star is fine, except for that its charge got reset. You need to finish liberating this and see if we get anything for doing so. We just got 20 ore for that. That hardly feels worthwhile. Let's see. Yeah, let's start moving into Shooting Star. I think we need to join this big fight in the center. I'm gonna hope that the enemy's not doing an end run from the right. And I'm gonna deploy my arrowhead to join the fight too, but I'm gonna go in this direction just so that if the enemy is trying to do something sneaky like come from that direction, he'll run into them. And then he's gonna join the fight from below. Alright, I think I've moved everything again. Interesting battle, this one. I can go to unit list, perhaps, to see what's moved and what hasn't. Actually, I'm not sure if it tells me whether they've moved or not. Oh, there's an enemy transport. Their Strider is trying to finish off my... Oh, Balmung prototype is a nuke. Oh, that was bad. I lost a squadron. Yeah, Striders are scary because they carry nuclear missiles. Oh, they almost got my AWACS, too. Dodge. Oh, man. Maybe I should ignore the fight in the center and do an end run around them for their headquarters. I feel like that might be the play. Go for a sneaky win. Let's get the Delta out there. Do not attach to the force, we want to repair it. Yeah, let's try to do an end run and get the enemy base from behind. Go for the sneaky win. This battle in the center looks like it could get very nasty. Yeah, the Strider doesn't have a wave cannon, but it has that nuke. Not many. It could only equip one at a time, so there's that. I will probably lose this force. Before I do, maybe I should just do what damage I can to the Strider. Well, we got a couple of them. I'll certainly lose the force next turn. Look at this, man. That is some serious opposition. What can I shoot at from here? I can get their Strider. I can get their missile block, and maybe I should get that first. Okay, that was kind of pathetic. I was hoping for more. You should probably do some more mining. Hope he doesn't get killed. We should have enough to build another weapon block after that. Let's retreat the AWACS again to get it repaired. I've been assuming, yeah, R seems to cycle through units that haven't moved, which unfortunately will count the extender blocks because they can't move. So they kind of get in the way of the usefulness of the R and L buttons for selecting units that haven't moved yet. Too bad the power armors can't mine, but they can't. What can we do with base? I don't know. I guess that just means... commands you can do with the base that it's sitting on. Got it. In case you wanted to control the base instead of the unit. So yeah, that fleet of destroyers is not the enemy's main force. The main force is here in the center, and it's kind of scary. Oh, my force survived one hit there. Oh no, they're going for my craft. There's another Eclipse prototype, which is going to finish off my force. I salute you, force. Wow, now they're attacking my craft with a missile block. They could finish it off with this shot, which would really suck. Okay, it survived barely. Hopefully nothing else can hit it this turn. Okay, good. That was a little scary. Let's build a laser block to help our missile block. Can't end my turn there. I can't really run very far then, can I? Problematic. I may very well lose my craft then, because I can't retreat it very far. Looks like a little face, doesn't it? On those blocks. To me, it certainly does. I can't see anything, unfortunately, with my weapon block there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the enemy base is here in the upper right somewhere. I think beelining for that and bypassing this mess in the center is going to be the strat. You know, 35 fuel, you know, 32. Neither of them is hurting for fuel, really. How about the POW armor's fuel, for that matter? 100. Can it even run out? I don't know if it even can. I'm guessing my craft is about to get destroyed. But at least it was able to build a laser block. Laser block and the missile block can't see anything in range. Well, the problem with the laser block is it can't shoot this turn because we just built it. And the only thing in range of the missile block is inside its enormous dead zone, so... Interesting, so they noticed me trying the end run, and they're moving to intercept those fighters. Well, if that means that we pull them off piecemeal and can take them out one at a time, that'll work out for us. Better than engaging them in that giant cluster. And they're going for the missile block, that's fine. I'd rather they go for that than the craft, for sure. And the craft is dead. Yep. Unfortunate that. Oh wow, yeah, they're going for that. Oh! Oh, that's no good. My shooting star squadron's nearly dead. So much for the end run strat. That has been... kind of messed up, hasn't it? Yeah, that was intentional. I wanted to reveal him. Oh wow, my power armor survived with 1 hit point. Hopefully he's in range of the missile block. He is outside its range, unfortunately. But the Strider isn't. Wow, durable. I think that the... Can I get them in range to take out those Eclipse fighters? I think not, because of the reduced range of the Delta Wave Cannon, unfortunately. However, I think the Delta Wave Cannon could hit this, but it kind of doesn't need to, because they only have 1 left. So I should be able to just finish it off with a Search Laser. Yeah, okay, Strider Squadron down at least. I'm about to lose my power armor. Get that AWACS out there again, I need to see. And let's hope we can retreat and repair the shooting star. Can my laser block see anything? It can. What is it shooting at? Enemy facility. Well, it has no other targets, so why not? Well, this is turning into a long episode. Well, this is a long mission. Oh, wow. We'll be shooting at that thing till the end of time. I wonder if there's any enemies behind it. I'm kind of tempted to fire my wave cannon. But let's not, because I don't know for sure if there is anything behind it. So let's retreat it to where it hopefully doesn't get attacked and preserve its wave cannon for another day. Hope no enemies are going for my core block. Going for my force. That should be okay as long as they don't have a Balmung, and they don't. They just have tracer missiles. Okay, yeah, that's not a big deal. Wonder where their mechs went. Those Achilles. Oh! Alright, they're firing a wave cannon at my missile block. They did a lot of damage to it, but that's okay. If that's all that they affect, I don't really care. Now they're going for one of my fighter squadrons. Defend with, I guess, the reflex laser? Yeah. So much for its wave cannon. But we destroyed one of them and they destroyed none of us, so... Well, not that... Okay, that enemy missile block kind of needs to go. It is doing enormous damage to me over and over again. Maybe I can get the force in there to ram it. I know. I have a lot of guys in need of repairs thanks to the enemy missile block. It's just wrecking me. We need to destroy it. It's way too much of a problem. Is it in range of my missile block? Because that would be great. It is. Oh, great. It'll intercept my missiles with its own, so the damage is probably not going to be high. No, that was pitiful. What's in range of my laser block? Well, their Striders are. We should be able to do real damage to them. Glad I didn't completely waste some money building this thing. Wow, we only got one? Not impressive. Once again, I was hoping for better. I could... Yeah, let's do it. Let's get in there and wave cannon them in the face. How do you like this? One nice thing about all the extender blocks is they kind of make a highway that your units can fly along at high speed through the debris. Nice. So much for that Strider Squadron. I still don't know where their mechs went, and I'm still a little worried they're going for my core block, because that could be a rapid game over. Remarkably enough, my power armor is alive. Probably not for long, but it is for now. Let's see. I think that's everybody. What a messy fight this has been. Let's just keep my AWACS where it is, yeah. Okay, counterattacking my arrowheads there, but they only destroyed one. Going for my force with the XPS laser. No, damage wasn't too bad. Oh, my force is within range of a laser block. And there's one of their mechs. And their missile block just destroyed one of my AWACS. What a mess. Wow, I have a lot of threats to deal with. I'll start with the missile block. It really needs to go. Well, let's finish it off. Yes, okay. That's one bad threat destroyed. Their laser block is going to be a big problem too, but one thing at a time. How far can this guy move? Not very. He's kind of stuck in the debris just like I am. Can I hit him with the missile block? Mine. I can, and I will. Wish I could build mechs. Mechs are cool. Good, that's 2 down. Anything in range of my laser block? I suspect not. Nope, just that facility. Well, let's shoot the mechs with our tracer missiles then. See if we can maybe destroy one of them. I don't remember what kind of defenses they have against missiles. Alright, well we got one. It's better than nothing. We've pretty badly weakened that group. And now we have 2 squadrons we can deploy. Shooting Star and the Delta. That power armor might actually make it back to the transport and survive. Let's see, that is... yeah, that's debris. Stop there so you have some defense. Can I move and then activate the hangar? Let's find out. No, I have to pull things out of the hangar first. Okay. Alright, we destroyed one more of their Eclipse fighters. Now I feel like the biggest problem is their laser block. Other than that, because their Eclipse Squadron has no charge and I've badly weakened this Achilles, I feel like we're in an okay position. Oh, it's another Eclipse Squadron that I didn't even know about. Destroyed another of that Arrowhead Squadron. Probably going to want to pull them back then. If they survive. Missed, nice. My force is still alive despite their laser block's continued attacks. Okay, that mostly went pretty well actually. Anything meaningful in range of my laser block? No. It has not really gotten to do much. How about the missile block, though? Some juicy targets. Do I want to get the Achilles or the Eclipse? Maybe let's... It's a tough decision, actually. Maybe let's finish off the Achilles. Nice. Didn't they have 4, and now they have 5? Are they getting repaired somehow, or am I just crazy? Anyway, I don't want to lose this, so let's pull it back. Can I finish off the Eclipse Prototype Squadron here? Well, piece by piece, we chip away at them. I may be able to finish them off with the Force now. I wish I could pull the Force back and get it fully repaired, but I feel like it's probably going to die. So maybe I should just try to get what use I can out of it before it is destroyed. Don't get destroyed before you hit them. Oh no, it accomplished nothing. That was depressing. That was really unfortunate. Wonder if I should add the force attack the Achilles and destroyed the Eclipse with my missile block. Maybe. Well, it's down to 1. If it can pull back and fully repair, that will be very depressing. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can finish it. And my power armor miraculously survived to get back to my transport. Unexpected. Yeah, nothing in range of this. The enemy Eclipse Squadron there is 1 hex outside its range. Alright, that's another turn done then. What a fight. Okay, their Eclipse Squadron down there is retreating. The one with only a single fighter left is not, to my surprise, so we should be able to finish it off now. Nice, alright. Another enemy squadron destroyed. One by one they fall. I want to see. Let's get our AWACS in there. Looks like we're running into something. Yeah. Oh, they have another craft. They had more than one. And there's where their fighter squadron went. And it has a wave cannon charged, but I think it's in range of the missile block, which at a minimum will reset its charge. And destroyed one, which is better than not destroying anything. I think it's just outside the range of the laser blocks still. Yeah. One of these days I'll actually get my decoy transport to where I can detonate it. Or at least it'll draw fire, if nothing else. I wonder if the best use of the POW armor right now is actually to try to occupy that facility down there. Maybe. In any case, let's repair this squadron here. Now, the biggest threats are this laser block and this Eclipse Squadron. Now, this should be inside the laser block's range. We can't really attack anything meaningful from there, though, is the problem. Yeah, I can shoot 2, 3, 4 away. Ah, there we go. That's how you bring up the attack range triangle. Oh, that wouldn't be inside its range anyway. Oh, my AWACS is very much in its range. Maybe I should just sit here just outside its range until I charge my wave cannon, although that's going to take forever. That one's a ways off, too. Problematic. I don't feel like I have a better option, though. Okay, yeah, triangle is great for quickly bringing up your attack range. Oh, wow, aggressive. Yeah, saw that one coming. Oh, wow. Almost destroyed. We better pull it back again. Well, I think one more turn and the Delta will at least have its wave cannon charged up, though its range is no good. Oh, wow. There's the enemy transport ship. Jeez. That could be a decoy. So I think I'd better blow it up. Man, I forgot about that. It kind of came out of nowhere. Ugh. Gosh, what a mess this situation is. It's unbelievable. My AWACS is nearly dead again. Those guys have cheated death so many times. If I move my transport to here, they can pull back into the hangar right now. Oh, I didn't realize I had another squadron in there. Or did I just move it in there? I don't even remember, man. I'm losing my mind. I might actually get that into range to detonate, much to my surprise. That's very much acting like a decoy that wants to detonate in my face. They are about to waste some shots on my decoy, which is completely okay with me. Oh, now the music thinks I'm losing. We have a 40 turn limit, and we're on which turn? 20. We've only used up half our time. I don't think we're likely to lose to timeout here. By the way, this has already taken so long. We're well over an hour. I'm gonna turn the FMVs off for the rest of the fight as a time saver. I like the FMVs, but go ahead and start liberating this just for fun. Are you inside the range of my... No, you're inside the range of all my... Nope, not the lasers. Can they finish it, though? No. So it's probably about to blow up. But the laser block is at full strength, so I don't think it'll destroy it by any means. Hang on. Can I at least shave off one of this enemy squadron? Yes, one. Okay, that's better than nothing. I'll take it. You guys repair back to full. You have a charged wave cannon. Can you hit anything meaningful with it? Just a POW armor. Let's hit the POW armor with our missile block. Never mind, let's hit the Eclipse fighters with our missile block. Alright, again, hoping for better. Those, excuse me, weapon blocks don't do the kind of damage you might hope for from them. But they have limitless ammo, I'm pretty sure. No, it is technically limited, but it's very unlikely to ever run out. You'll hit the time limit before they run out, so it's basically unlimited. And they're very durable. You know what? It's so hard to get an opportunity to use our wave cannons, even if the target is kind of pathetic. I'm going to use it. Didn't even destroy it, is the sad thing. I've not been overwhelmed by the Delta. In all honesty, I kind of prefer having a wave cannon that charges faster and has better reach over one that spreads a little. So yeah, the Delta has not really impressed me. I don't feel like I'm chomping at the bit to make another one. I'd rather have my arrowheads. Situationally, there would... Okay, yeah, that was a decoy. Situationally, there would be times when it would be quite useful, but... Yeah, that's fine. Waste your shots on my decoy. Go for it. If I back off this arrowhead, I can detonate my decoy and destroy the enemy Eclipse prototype. Or I can move it forward some more and have it continue taking shots. Yeah, let's have it keep tanking for now. Finish liberating this, see if we get anything good. Probably not. 24, big deal. Oh, that enemy Achilles is in range of one of my blocks, and here's another transport, which might be real, might be not, who knows. I'll shoot it with my lasers. If it's another decoy, I don't really care, it won't destroy anything meaningful. Alright, good, got 2 of them. It's not like the weapon blocks are worthless. They do deal okay damage. It's just not as much as you might hope for from a giant fortress weapon. Grind down that squadron, one ship at a time. Alright, if we can get one more hit in on it, we'll finish it off. Maybe with the shooting star. Finally. Man, sometimes it feels like that takes forever. Lieutenant Atterberg has been pretty quiet, hasn't he? Rarely has he bothered to pipe up with his input. Yeah, the decoy has been performing a valuable service just by tanking so many hits for me. You know, almost as though its purpose is to be a decoy. And as though it's fulfilling that purpose. Is literally everything I care about inside the range of... Either inside or outside the range of both of my weapon blocks. I think so. Psst, great. Sure, I'll shoot at their base extender. Why not? It's not like I have another target. Oh, never mind. The transport is technically in range of my fort laser. It is acting like another decoy. Kinda seems like. Why else would it be kamikaze charging my laser? Maybe you should back off a space so that the mechs don't melee you. I am jealous that they can build mechs and I can't. Oh, do I have a wave cannon ready? I do, on the arrowhead. I can hit the enemy weapon block with it, too. Nice. Now if I can get this shooting star to ever charge its wave cannon, we'll be getting somewhere. I like the AWACS where it is, it can hang out there. Inch our transport forward. What can you do from there, shooting star? Nothing, so you can wait. Alright, it was another decoy. Yeah, detonate on my weapon block all day. I don't care. Okay, that's fine. Not too worried about that. I should be able to finish off the mechs now with my Delta. Is that yet another transport? Is that the real one, finally? How did they have multiple decoys, anyway? Does that mean they have multiple transports? Kind of seems like by the rules of the game that should be required, but who knows? Maybe it's just an endless line of decoys somehow. One more turn and I can get it to where it can detonate on this laser block, and that is the... No, it's a radar block. I thought for a second maybe I had finally found their core, but no, not yet. One more turn and that's charged. I guess you might as well retreat and repair the 1 damage you've taken. You will continue to chill out. Are you outside this thing's range? Yeah. And that's just where I want you. Alright, that's another turn then. No, that's a real one. That is actually their real flagship. Do I win if I destroy that? Oh, they're gonna blow up my decoy before it gets that far, I think. That's fine, as long as it continues tanking those shots. I don't care. I think we're close to their core. And you are finally charged, so you know what to do. You know what you're doing. Move, zig, for great justice. Don't survive with 8 hit points. Do you have any idea how obnoxious that is? By the way, I never did see what Lieutenant Atterberg had to say about this mission. I think I have forgotten to check my EXO advice on several missions, so that's my mistake there.
Hancho.
Okay, he doesn't really have much useful to say anyway. They rarely do. They have so many transports, but this one seems to be real. Oh, you have a charged wave cannon. Might as well use it on this transport. The enemy has very substantial forces in this mission. I am salty that thing survived with 8 HP. That is seriously a problem for me. Where on earth is their base? Found it. There's their core unit. If I... Am I supposed to destroy that or liberate it, or can I do either? What did it say? Annihilate enemy base, so I don't know if I even can occupy it. It looks like I can. It has an occupied percentage. It would be very cheeky to put my POW armor in there and occupy it. I like that. So I'm going to try and do it. That sounds like fun. And who knows, maybe I would get something good for it. Music still thinks I'm losing. This is the "You Are on the Ropes" music for the Earth Coalition. Holy crap, this is a long video. We're coming up on an hour and a half. Alright, the laser block shot at my real transport, but it doing that just once isn't a big deal. If anything, I'm glad it shot at that over other potential targets. Can I please finish it off now? Not from there. Finally, that thing was such a pain. Let's get their craft. I don't know why it hasn't been mining and building stuff this entire time. You would think that that would be a smart thing for it to do, but whatever. I think we've destroyed most of their forces, so I'm feeling relatively safe at this point. That is definitely a decoy. I don't know how they had that many decoys if they only had one real transport. They must have just started the map with them, I guess. I guess you can go on a journey looking for spoils or anything like that. Stray enemy units to destroy. Unfortunately, it can't occupy, so I couldn't send it. Oh, is that another core unit? The enemy has multiple core units? I didn't even realize. Or is that a neutral one? Maybe it's a neutral one. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. It's a neutral one. That's what I've been occupying, neutral core units. But they seem like they're only giving me 20 selenium, which is basically nothing, so who cares, really? It's not even attacking with its craft to reset charge, it's just sitting there, not doing anything. I'll slowly finish it off then. Man, when my wave cannons aren't charged, my firepower is so pathetic. I could see if there's more spoils hanging out in the extreme upper right of the map or something. Oh, come on. Don't survive with 2 hit points. Another enemy transport. Is that another decoy? And if so, how do they have so many? It's just this endless procession of decoy transports. And then one real one. Maybe 2, if that one's real. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there really is a real one corresponding to every decoy we've seen. Maybe they had a giant transport fleet. And they were following the rules of the game all along. Could be. I am tired of your existence. Please just die. Thank you. Your cooperation is appreciated. Oh, I lost track of the enemy transport. It's gone. Okay, bizarre. Let's detonate this for funsies. It actually got to detonate. And accomplished nothing, but hey, it's the thought that counts. You are going to occupy the enemy core unit. And just in case the victory condition really is destroy and not occupy, and occupy somehow breaks the game, which I think is really unlikely. But just in case, after this incredibly long fight, I don't want to get screwed over by that, so I'm going to make a save state. Just in case. We have a wave cannon ready. I could just fire it now. That won't finish it off in one shot. So I'll go ahead and fire it just in case we do need to destroy it. We can start weakening it. Oh! Is that the enemy's real transport back there that I just hit? That was a useful discovery. Like another real transport. We know they have multiples. That reset my wave. You swine. Transport sitting just outside the range of my weapon blocks. Huh. Maybe I can't occupy it because it's not neutral. That could be. In which case I'm gonna have to attack it. Alright, yeah, let's do that then. That's fine. Yeah, maybe you can only occupy neutral ones. Alright, I'll slowly grind it down then. It'll take a while. Only the wave cannons will actually do appreciable damage to it. Not seeing anything up there. We're actually going to run up slightly close to the time limit. We might get up to like... What turn are we on? We might get up to like 30. Yeah, we almost certainly will. Long mission. Long video. I remembered I had trouble with this mission, but it was because I had misunderstood a variety of game mechanics more than anything. But I guess it's also legitimately just kind of a grind of a mission. Sure seems like it. Oh, I'm running low on tracer missiles. So you cannot actually enter that space to try to occupy it, can you? Oh, yeah you can. I can occupy it even though it belongs to the enemy. Okay. Gotcha. Let's do that then. That sounds like fun. Alright, let's just see if there's anything interesting up here in the corner with our AWACS. The answer is no. Do not use your wave cannon yet. So yeah, we can occupy it after all, even though it belongs to the enemy. And this should be good game to us, I think. Good game to us. All we got for occupying the enemy's headquarters is another 20 Solonium. Phew, that took a while. That was a grind. Hey, we got a new captain. And we got a new force device, Kusa, so we can make a new force and attach the device to it. Nice. The Granzella forces were somehow repelled. However, the enemy now has knowledge of the top-secret Shiva project. The combat records were sent to Operations HQ through a report, awaiting the verdict from HQ. I guess we did kind of let them get their hands on some top-secret rapid base building tech. So I should prep my apology. I was preparing myself to write a letter of apology. Orders arrived from Operations HQ. According to those, we are to join the defense mission on the surface of Mars. There was no mention of the fact that we had exposed a top-secret military project to the enemy's eyes. That's surprising. While feeling surprised about this, I just ordered the fleet to head for Mars. Well, we did win on the first try, even though it was a messy, grinding win. We did it, and that's what matters. Alright, well, Lieutenant Atterberg, I appreciate your calm, professional attitude. It's very proper for the military. Despite your ponytail, which I'm never going to stop making fun of. But nonetheless, you kind of have the same problem as Lieutenant McKellen, which is that you're not a waifu. So, sadly, you also cannot be my default. It remains Hiroko. What am I doing? Records, that's where I need to go. Alright, we will continue to use McKellen and Atterberg for, like, basically when we're replaying missions for various reasons, but for when we're playing new missions, Hiroko. I mean, you've been my lieutenant on quite a few missions now. This isn't the first time we're meeting, Hiroko. That's fine. R&D. What new things can we build? I can now build a Nidhogger. Except that we don't have enough selenium because it requires tons of it. Doesn't require any Ethereum or Bitogen. Anything else that I can build this new? Yes! Lots of stuff. Tons of stuff. Holy crap. Alright, we can now build new POW armors if we really want to. We can build a Scope Duck, which is an amazing name. And I want to build one just because it's hilarious. The frame of a supply unit that was converted to a cyclic robot has a wider search range and occupy function. So it can occupy, and it's a scout, but it loses its resupply functionality. So I kind of question whether it would really be better to have that, although it also has tracer missiles, which, you know, they're not great, but they're not nothing. So it's almost tempting to make a Scope Duck. But again, it cannot resupply like a POW armor can, so it's debatable. The auto tanks are cool, but so situational. There's relatively few missions where we can actually field them, only on missions where we have solid ground beneath us. On the other hand, the Morning Star and the Grace Note, I think that these are just like different and maybe better versions of the Shooting Star. Let's see, yeah, Range Wave 2, improved version of the Dense Wave, has more destructive power. And the Grace Note has a Dense Wave, a Range Wave modified for shorter charge times, retains its effective range at reduced power. So it charges faster but doesn't hit as hard, is what I get out of that. Power 86. Versus 115 versus 135. Kind of feel like the Morning Star might be what I want. I assume that, yeah, I have to sacrifice a Shooting Star to make it. Other than that, it costs 20 Ethereum and 20 Selenium, which is very cheap. What about a Grace Note? I assume that for that I also... No, I do not sacrifice an existing unit. It just costs a ton of Selenium. Interesting. Decisions. I'm going to pass on the auto tank for now. Oh, I can also make a new force type, a defensive force, and I did get a new force device as well. That costs Bitogen and nothing else does, so I don't see much reason not to make a new force. Let's see, the power of its force ram is 60. Alright, which is the same as the standard force. And it has more hit points. Is there any reason to prefer a standard over a defensive? I'm not seeing much reason. It seems strictly better, just about. Yeah, alright, let's go ahead and make a defensive force then. And we shall assign our new force device, Kusa, to it. Alright, now that was an easy decision. Maybe I should be doing this in the next video, because this one's already insanely long, but it's just kind of become standard for me to do this at the end of a mission. Question. I'm going to pass on the auto tank for now, for sure. But do I want to make a Scope Duck? For now, I'm going to say no. Because basically, you are converting a resupply unit into a scout, but I already have a scout. And it can occupy, but that's not that big a deal. I have other things that can occupy. And, you know, it has the tracer missiles, but that's it, and they're not that powerful. So I feel like it doesn't do anything well. It's just kind of a weird all-rounder. So even though it has the hilarious name Scope Duck and is funny looking, I'm sadly going to pass on it for now. Now, do I want to focus on a Morning Star or a Grace Note, or do I have enough resources to make one of each? I'm definitely going to make a Morning Star. I don't see any reason not to upgrade my Shooting Star. Oh, right, I don't need to reassign because the shooting star pilots were automatically reassigned to it. Alright, now the only question is, do I have the resources to make a gray snow? It looks like I do. And should I? Why not? Why not? That's it, we're out of selenium. Who do I want to assign to it? I was not overwhelmed by the Delta. I feel like amazing range is better. But then again, situationally, it could be very useful if you need to wave cannon around a corner or something. So maybe I'll reassign one of the Arrowhead squads. Let's reassign the Swift squad to it. There we go. Now I feel like my fleet has suddenly become awfully long-range heavy. Well, maybe not. I have 2 long-range units. The Morning Star and the Gray Snow. That's it. That's not too unbalanced. And we have an Arrowhead and a Delta, which are more short-range. We have 1 Scout, 1 Builder, and 1 Resupplier. No, I'm going to say that's good enough for now. And this has been an insanely long video, so I'm definitely going to call it an episode here. Next time, we move on to Mission 6, Mars Offensive. I'll see you then.